Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Welcome in EVS class. We are going to learn a new lesson number 13, River's Journey. Students, by the name of this lesson, we come to know that in this lesson we are going to learn about river and its importance and properties of water. In this part 1 video, we are going to learn about river and its importance. So let's start the video of lesson number 13, part 1. Take out page number 101 and let's start here. You can see that in this first slide, the lesson number 13, a river's journey. There is a beautiful picture of a river. You can see that. Here you can see that the mountains are there and the one river is flowing from the mountain. You can see that here so many fishes will be there in the water. So many animals will be there. One forest will be there near to the river. Well, the path of the river is flowing in such a way that in its place there are small villages are come in its path, and you can see that here two women are taking the water, filling the water for a drinking purpose in a pot. Some animals are also taking a bath in the river. 2 to 3 person also they are taking the bath in the river. One woman is washing clothes in the river. You can see that here. Now the path of the river it's again flowing, and you can see that here so many 5 to 6 we can see that factories will be there and its effluents. You can say that the waste coming from the factories is also mixing in another color in the river, and you can see that here one boat will be also there. It will be also flowing some oils. You can see that black color oil from the boat. And here you can see that one small cities also come near to the river's path. And you can see that here the people's waste also, that means city waste also will be coming in and mixing in a different color in the river. And you can see that here very less or very few kinds of fishes you can see here, and majority you can see that here the waste will be there. Okay, the major part here you can see that it's a blue in color, and you can see that here there is a mix up of all the color. You can see that here the dirt basically. Okay, and then river will be again mixing with the sea. Okay, so here you can see that the path of a river's journey, where villages, forest, village, factories and small cities also include in this way of the river. Okay, children, you have to observe the picture perfectly so that you will come to know that what was that in the picture. Okay, now look carefully at the picture of the river. Read the words given below. Boat, flowing water, clouds, fish, aquatic plants, river, big boats, oil, riverbank, fall smell, factories, washing clothes, animals, other works, changes, city. Use these words to make a story. Give a title to your story also. You have to use all these words. You have seen all these such things in your image, right? And you have to use all these words and frame a story here. I have done it for you. Story. Long ago, there was a river full of clear blue water. There were lots of fish in the river. Some water plants were also in the river. A factory came up near the river. A city also developed in due course of time. Some big ship came in the river to supply goods to the factory. There was oil spill in the river. That's what we have observed. Okay, effluents from factories were discarded into the rivers. Effluents यानी कि जो waste, liquid waste जो होता है factory में से निकलता है, इसको कहते हैं effluents. Effluents from factories were discarded into the river. Many people washed clothes and bathed animals in the river. This changed the river forever because the river color is blue in color, and now all such mixing will be there, so river will be changed forever. The water becomes filthy and foul smelling. Water is not no longer will be able to be that we can drink that particular water, because there is a mixing of all the chemicals will be there. It was no longer a beautiful river. You can see that this will be the story of a river, and you can give the title also. You can say give the same title, the river's journey also you can give, okay, or the river's tale you can give the title of the story. Okay, children? Next, look at the picture again and answer the following questions. What is the color of water from where the river begins? Which color you have observed where the river is coming from the mountains? The water is colorless and clean and place where the river begins. Remember, children, the water has no color. Okay, water is a colorless substance. When you say it's chemically, water is a colorless substance. But when we see from the very far distance, we can see that the blue color. But that is the reflection of a light. But that is a reflection of. But water is it actually? It's a colorless. Okay. At some places there are many fish in the river. At other places there are only a few, and at some places there are dead fish. What could be the reason for this? Discuss. You can see that in this picture, if there is a pollution in the river or a nearby water bodies, you can see that so many dead fishes will be there. Okay? So this will be the common observation. Fish need fresh water. We all know that each and every person required oxygen to breathe, and fish require the dissolved oxygen which will be available in the water to breathe. Okay, the fish need fresh water which has a maximum amount of oxygen in that particular water. At some places where the river is not polluted, there are many fish in the river water. That's what we have observed. We have seen so many fishes will be there while the river was flowing from the mountainous area. Okay, but at some places, mainly near the big towns or domestic waste and factory waste are also poured in the river, the fish becomes dead. So these waste makes the river polluted. Very few or dead fish are found because of polluted water. That is the main reason that in the polluted water bodies there is no such animals, or like aquatic animals cannot survive in a polluted water, and hence we can see that the fish will be dead in that particular water. Okay. Now next is what can be seen in the river before it reaches the village. In the river, large number of fish can be seen before it reaches the village. That's what we have observed, right? We have seen that because the river was flowing in that, and there was a nearby the forest will be there. Okay, so many animals will get the drink the water from the river also. And when the river reaches near to the village, there is a less number of, or we can say that large number of fish will be there, but then thereafter there is a decrease in the number of fishes. Okay, at which places did the color of the water in the river change? Why did this happen? Discuss. You can see that here also there is a one small water body. You can see that in the picture, and its color is completely changed. It's not a blue, it's a kind of a red color, because nearby there is a factories of waste will be also added in the water bodies. So the color of the water will get changed. The color of river changes near the village and towns because you can think of that what we have discussed earlier. Women are washing their clothes in the water. Okay, then the animals and cattle also can take the bath in the river. So the pollution will be there in the water. Okay, and when the town comes and there is a effluence from the factories and waste material or waste liquid material will be thrown into the river, then also the river gets polluted. The change in the color of river water is mainly due to pollution, which is being created by people by throwing their waste into the river. This is very important thing that we have to learn. If we want to save water, we are saying, keep on saying that we have to save water, we have to save our water bodies also. You know that in our Hindu culture, we believe that whatever the water bodies are there, or whatever the rivers are there in our India, we have given the name of Hindu goddesses, right? Like Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. These are the rivers' name, and we believe that and we worship that rivers. Why we have worshipped that river? Because we know that water is a life. That's why. Okay, so we have to save the water, and we don't have to pollute the water or a river. Okay. Which of the places shown in the picture would you like to live in? Why? I would like to live in the places which are not polluted in order to live a healthy life. Either not polluted in order to live a healthy life. We all want to live in such a place where there is no pollution, right? So that we can live a very healthy life. What would you like to change any of the things that you see in the picture? Why and how? I would like to remove the waste from the banks and water of the river. Because of this waste, rivers water is getting polluted. So we want to change this small things, but this is not a small things. It's actually a big thing that we have to remove the waste which will be added into the river, that we can reduce. Now the government has made so many laws that the factories have to treat the water before they have to throw into the water bodies. So this way also the water pollution will be reduced. Okay. What could be done to keep rivers clean? Discuss. I have listed out some of the following points that we have to follow. The following things can be done to keep rivers clean. First, clothes should not be washed in the river water. Utensils cannot be washed, and cattle should not be bathed in the river. River banks should not be used as toilets. This is very important thing. Sewage water should not be discarded in rivers. This is also again very important thing, so that we can there is no mix up of all the polluted water in the river. Chemical waste of factories and industries should not be discarded in water bodies or any other water bodies. This is again very important, because chemical waste factories, industries will discard effluent before treating that. So the thing is that the law should be in such a way that the chemical waste of a factory first treated in the factory, and then they have to throw it in any other water bodies, or they have to find some solution how they have to get rid of this chemical waste, so that in order to they don't have to throw it in any other such water bodies. Okay. Student, we have ended this part 1 video. We'll see that the next part will be in a part 2 of this lesson number 13. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you so much.